Hello students, in today's class we are going to learn test of divisibility. The word divisibility relates to division without actually doing division. Without actually doing the division only, how can you find out whether a number is divisible by any other number? It helps us to find out the factors of a given number. Now, here we have some numbers. How can we find out whether a number is divisible by these following numbers? First, we can take number 2. Now, how can we find out whether a number is divisible by 2? To find out whether a number is divisible by 2, we have to just see whether the number in its units place is an even number. If the number in its units place is even, that number is divisible by 2. Or if the number in its units place is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, that number is divisible by 2. You can see an example here. I have written 24,568. When this number comes, is it necessary for us to divide and see to find out whether it is divisible by 2? No. You have to just see the number in its units place. It's an even number, so this number is divisible by 2. Now, next is we can see number 3. How can you find out whether a number is divisible by 3? To find out whether a number is divisible by 3, we have to just add the digits of the given number. If the sum of its digits is divisible by 3, that number is divisible by 3. If the sum of the digits of a given number is divisible by 3, that number is divisible by 3. We can see what are the digits here? 2 plus, 4 plus, 5 plus, 6 plus, 8. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 6, 17. 17 plus 8 is 25. Is 25 coming in the table of 3? No. So this number is not divisible by 3. And we can see number 9 also the same method to be followed. How can you find out whether a number is divisible by 9? To find out whether this number is divisible by 9, what we have to do? We have to add the digits. 2 plus, 4 plus, 5 plus, 6 plus, 8. If the sum of these numbers is divisible by 9, that number is divisible by 9. What is the sum of the digits of this given number? It is 25. Is it coming in the table of 9? No. So, this number is not divisible by 9. You can see this number is not divisible by 9. If the sum of the digits of the given number is divisible by 9, that number is divisible by 9. Now next we can see 5. We are going to do easy ones first. How can you make out whether a number is divisible by 5? Firstly, finding out whether a number is divisible by 5, we have to just see its ones place in its last digit. If it is 0 or 5, that number is divisible by 5. Last number is 0 or 5, that number is divisible by 5. Is it divisible by 5? Yes, the number in its units place is 0. If it is 0 or 5, that number is divisible by 5. Now 10 and 5 both are seen in the same way. How can you find out whether a number is divisible by 10? If the last digit is 0, that number is divisible by 10. Is this number divisible by 10? Yes, because its last digit is 0. Now next we can see, we learned about 2 and 3. We can see number 6. How can you find out whether a number is divisible by 6? If it is divisible by 2 as well as 3, that number is divisible by 6. Means for being divisible by 2, what should be done? Its units place should be even number, and for being divisible by 3, what should be the its sum of its digits should be divisible by 3. If it is divisible by 2 and 3, then only we can divide that number by 6. We can see whether this number is divisible by 6. First we have to see whether it is divisible by 2. Yes, its units place is 0, so this number is divisible by 2. We can see whether the sum of its digits are divisible by 3. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 6, 17. 17 plus 0, 17. 17 is not coming in the table of 3. It means this number is not divisible by 2 as well as 3. So this number is not divisible by 6 also. Now next is, you can see how can we find out whether a number is divisible by 4. 4 and 8 are seen in the same way. You can see how can you find out whether a number is divisible by 4. If the number made by the last 2 digits, the number made by the last 2 digits, if it is divisible by 4, that number is divisible by 4. You have to divide 60 by 4, and if remainder comes 0, that number is divisible by, this whole number is divisible by 4. Is 60 divisible by 4? Yes. How many 4s are 60? 4 15s are 60. So this number is also divisible by 4. Now how can you make out whether it is divisible by 8? If the number made by the last 3 digits, the number made by the last 3 digits, if divisible by 8, it means this number is also divisible by 8. If the number made by the last 3 digits is divisible by 8, this number is also divisible by 8. These are some techniques or some steps to be followed to find out whether a number is divisible by the given numbers. Now, hope all of you understood the test of divisibility. Revise it nicely, and you have to by heart it also. Then it will help you for finding out the factors. Thank you, children.